Oh, so it's just -2. Right, okay.
It's
sort of.
It's -2 to
So the
HT
main
and
deal with the old versions of flat-footed, a lot of abilities trigger off people being flat-footed. Is the main deal of like if you're a rogue in old D&D, then yeah, you're all about having other people be flat-footed and then critting on them.
We just need to give out these people these genetic defects to get advantage. I like it.
No, it's like if you're in an actual fight, you use the balls of your feet.
I'm sorry, what?
Like if you're fighting,
what do you want about?
Your weight is on the front of your feet, not on the heel of your feet. If your heel is down, then you're flat-footed, and you're in a shit stance.
Yeah.
Is that really how they like define that?
That
is that the actual?
Well, no, that's real life.
That's the real life. Like,
right, that's how real life works.
Yeah, I understand that. Don't worry, there's no confusion on that. I just didn't realize it was.
Yeah, no, that's the. Yeah, the whole point of D&D was like, right, we have all these different things that make people less able to defend themselves and parry and dodge. What if we just basically call them all flat-footed? Yeah, we'll do that.
Make it complex. Everything has to be complex.
On a side note, you will be.
Oh, Midnight's using an old version. You haven't updated.
Boo, boo. Shame.
I updated.
Oh, shame.
Ooh.
It has a massive red thing that flashes and says update available.
You just.
There's no giant flashing red thing for me. It's just the little box in the bottom left is red. That's the only thing I get. Maybe it's different if you host or something.
No, it's that.
No, I say that's giant and flashy.
Pretty flashy.
Apart from the fact that it's neither giant nor flashy.
I mean, it's kind of flashy.
I think it's pretty giant.
Regardless, you will like to know that flat-footed is getting retired as a word.
Well, they're changing it too.
The remastered version of Pathfinder will use a different word for flat-footed.
Are people with flat feet offended by that term?
Simplifying the vocabulary. I can't. Yes, rogues get all martial weapons, but it's just because now you can use a whip without making a special build specifically for it. Like, basically, the difference is limited because you still need a finesse or agile weapon. Technically, right now, the rogue can use some finesse martial weapons, such as the rapier, because I understand you.
But I don't like it, so shut up. Or short swords. Short swords best.
Or a boot.
The wizards all simple weapons as well. They decided that
boot.
Weird,
knife boot.
Those weird alpha-acid weapon proficiencies were pointless. So every class gets up to a certain level of proficiency and doesn't care about specific weapons.
No, I refuse. I don't know what it is, but I refuse.
On principle.
Google's D&D race, Pathfinder races. You telling me you aren't a goblin?
You need a special.
Hang on, what?
You need a special feat for healing undeads with medicine. Stitch flesh. It's from the Book of the Dead. We have the Book of the Dead, I think, don't we?
No, we don't.
Oh,
Oof.
Yeah, you can't heal undead. But do you count as undead?
let me check.
For the purpose of healing. Yeah, no, you have the negative healing ability. Your heart. No, hang on. So, you have the negative healing ability, which means you are harmed by positive damage and healed by negative effects as if you were undead, but you aren't undead. So you can still be healed by, like, medicine rolls. However, yeah, medicine rolls will heal you, but if anyone does a big healing spell, it will hurt you.
Can I reroll? Just unrelated to that.
Also, if someone attacks you with negative damage, it heals you, so that's fun.
Oh shit, we didn't divide that loot, did we? Wait, did somebody post in the chat? Somebody was going to. It wasn't me, was it? Central, what the fuck?
Now I'm checking. I was pretty sure of having written it somewhere. Did
Absolute hell.
Well, I still have the items, so I can just tell you what I have.
Yeah.
Literally healer's gloves. But I would like to make a specific. I would like to detail something. Not everything that's like. Only certain things that deal negative damage heal someone with negative healing. It's not every kind of negative stuff. Like the arm spell specifically, yes, it will heal anything with negative healing, but it's not. It's a positive healing effect, so it doesn't do anything to you. I believe it just doesn't work. I need to double check, but I don't think it does.
You are harmed by positive damage and
Yes.
healed by negative effects.
It's a positive healing effect, but it's not positive damage, technically.
What was that? What?
Distinction, but there is a distinction.
Damage hurts? Positive damage hurt? Doesn't positive damage hurt everyone?
No, so
damage only hurts. Sorry, Josh.
Yeah, if I'm in the middle of it, please give me at least a second to answer the group.
Sorry.
So, positive damage is what will happen if a cleric says "fuck the undead" and shoots out a massive golden light. That will hurt undead and heal everyone else, basically. Negative would be the opposite. If a lich said, "Well, fuck you," and
fuck the living,
a big purple light came out, and that would heal all the undead and harm all of the living.
So it's like necrotic and radiant damage.
Yes, it is exactly that. It's basically just the renamed versions.
Yeah.
It's slightly confusing because halfway through developing Pathfinder 2, they had necrotic and radiant, and also they had good and evil, and then they decided positive and negative, and they sort of muddled them all up a bit. So they're all a little bit of a mess.
You will be happy to know that they are also retiring good and evil damage, and like alignment damage is going to be retired soon.
Very sensible.
Yo.
Gives you an extra chance to crit though, so you know.
Everybody claps.
It's pretty good.
What am I
if you
adding?
use it more
How do I
often.
add these items? Gloves of healing.
Healer's gloves.
Healers. Gloves. They do not exist apparently. How do I add those?
I don't know if I can give it to someone else, so
Josh.
Yes.
Can has item.
Can has item.
Is
Which
the healer's gloves.
I mean, everything that I have is in.
I went in the items tab and looked for he. Oh, it's not he. Do I have to put the?
What? No,
Yes,
you
okay.
don't. You don't need to go into the items tabs. Like all of the things are in the world. So if it's not in one of the crates, then someone's taken them.
yes, I thought.
Yeah, so he's trying to give it to me.
How do I give them to someone else?
You'll want to go into the party sheet and drop it into the party inventory. I think is the easiest way.
We have a party
Oh,
sheet.
I had
Party
no.
sheet. Oh yes, so we do.
That's amazing.
Oh my god, this is actually so sick. Wait, actually, no, it's not. I hate this.
Why do we have a wand of Fey Flames in the party inventory? Actually, we have a lot of stuff here. Why do we have so much? Oh no, wait. This is, wait,
No, this says this is stuff that
this is the-
everybody is carrying.
Okay, sorry, never mind. While the parcel items are the ones that nobody has specifically.
I would just say, just to be careful, I probably wouldn't have multiple people edit this because it looks like it's dancing about a bit as people are editing it.
You
Well,
should be able to just drag stuff in and out of the parcel items.
and that's what I'm going to do.
Wonder Fey Flames. What the hell? What the hell? Is that what
Yeah,
we just got?
I don't remember when you got it, but presumably you did.
I believe it was one of.
Was it one of the mystery items?
Uh,
Because we got a cloak and something, didn't we?
Wait, wasn't it one of the druid's items? What was her name again?
Oh, Rose character.
Rose character. I cannot remember her name currently, but maybe it.
Yeah.
So I put them there, and someone took them. So good. And it's not a cape, but you mean the rapscallions? For fuck's sake, I cannot say this word.
Rapscallions finery.
You tell me how to. Thank you. That thing. It's not a cape. It's clothes.
Can't be wearing any of. Oh yeah.
You need to.
I mean, really, it should be it should be very easy for you to say, being that it's basically an Ezio costume.
Ezio Auditori Differenzi.
Well, yes, but also rapscallion is not exactly an Italian word. Not even close. I'm not sure what to do with the auspicious scepter. Like, I like it, but also I would like to have a +1 striking mace, but also some of the effects require spellcasting, and like, do we,
Come on, you can do it. The or you racist. Yeah.
you, yeah.
Yes.
Well, she does occasionally, but to cast imaginary weapon, so it's not like she would.
Melee.
I'm gonna think for a moment, read the exact effects, and see if it's usable.
Click and drag, baby. Click and drag.
Actually, on a side note, I will still put it in the parcel so everyone can give it a read.
That doesn't grant me an action to heal, so it will just have to remember to do it. Once per day, I can soothe a willing adjacent creature's wounds. It's pretty good. Speedy KT. I would imagine you have to click on the button to equip it. Land. Trigger, you cast a divination spell. Damn. You need a magic throwing knife that returns to your hand after throwing it. That's what you need.
The making it +1, I can do it. I think we have enough money to make it +1 without issue. I don't know where to find the other rune though. How much? How much is how much damage is a mace actually? Let me check that thing. Because
It's not a mace thing.
How my
Did we have a little rest at the end of last session?
I don't think we did. We were good. Yes.
Oh yes, going back to talk to the miners. I remember. Granite, I believe their name was. Maybe. What gave it away?
So if nobody wants it, a +1 striking mace will be pretty good for me. Like ignoring completely ignoring everything else, it's just a +1 striking mace, which means 2d6.
If you're dishing out gear, Fliss isn't here.
Yeah.
I know, and I will ask her as well. I don't know if she wants to use a weapon specifically. Like I don't know her stats. If she has at least 16 in strength, then this could be actually pretty good.
Who knows? I mean, we know, we can see, we can find out right now. She does not. You have 21 AC. God damn.
I do.
Is it not +5 yet? On the party sheet, there's the main tab. The main tab. Yo, there's formation as well. This is sick. I bet. I reckon
think,
I definitely get hit the most.
on a side note, I think I put every piece of loot that I had in the bag in the common bag.
Pillow shield?
The Tanglefoot bag is a bomb, is an alchemical bomb, so I assume Corin might want to use it. But regardless, it's a one use, so yeah. Actually, I don't know. My dexterity is shit, so I don't think I'm good with bombs.
Bomber. Don't look at my terrible stats.
And I believe, like, I have a question for you, Corin. While we are in this sort of pre-game mode, do
This
you
purgatory we
like
exist in.
currently you're using a one-handed weapon, right? No? Yes?
That is a question that I can answer by going down to this and then clicking on it. I'm using a versatile weapon, baby.
Versatile just means that it can deal different kind of damage. It doesn't mean a number of ends. It's different from D&D.
Rook.
That
In
said,
that case, yes, I am.
inventors can use shields. You know?
I know. I thought my blade was two-handed. TBH.
I have no idea what was the base weapon.
Longsword. Yeah, why is this not? A
The long-
longsword is definitely two-handed.
No, it's a one-handed. The longsword is one. It's a one plus hand basically. You can use it with two hands, I believe.
Blunt longsword.
No,
Oh, right, of course you will.
no, longsword is one hand only. Actually,
Why is this game dumb? What?
there are different weapons that are bigger.
Why would you cannot use a longsword one-handed? Doubt. Doubt.
That's
Yeah, I'll just swap it out whenever I can. Just have to think of a new blade.
I think they may be saying, well, a bastard sword is a versatile longsword.
I
I
think
don't know what that is.
I'm trying to remember what the name of the actual trait is. Two hand.
And
So,
a half sword is a bastard sword.
Buster Sword is a half, basically. The katana is a one and a half.
I'm not a weeb, I refuse. Yeah, I'll just next time we go to someone I'll just fuck it, I can just craft it.
So basically,
Extend my sword. That's what I'm gonna do in my downtime.
so basically,
Extendo blade.
say, because I found a magic shield, and
No.
technically inventors can use shields pretty effectively.
No,
Consider
I always picture Coron with a two-handed sword. TBH, that's the build I want to go for him. Shields are cool for that stuff, but I have a D&D artificer I want to use a sword and shield with, so I'm probably going to be like, not want to play the same character twice.
I don't mind. I don't mind either way. It's just that inventors are one of the few classes that start with the shield block fit specifically.
Mm.
I'm saying they are pretty good with shields. Also, it's not. You can say that it's not a shield; it's a pillow.
No, I want my sword, my big old sword. I want my Buster Blade. That's what oh yeah, could have gone for that as well. The Dragon Slave or whatever it's called. I can't remember. I believe it specifically does. Yeah, it is called Dragon Slayer.
So,
I believe I don't think Guts has, but I just remember this blacksmith said something about it. Oh right, yes, the king asked everyone to make a sword capable of killing a dragon. And
so
then
for,
he created it.
for now, I'm taking the scepter back, but I will give it to anyone who wants to use it if asked.
Swag.
That sounds fair.
Are you going to actually use it?
Yeah, it's a good weapon. I normally use my normal scepter in one hand and a different weapon in the other hand, or my normal scepter as a two-handed weapon. So it's fair. It's fire. I can just go two scepters. It deals 2d6 damage as a default. It's pretty good. And also, if I manage to find a way to cast divination magic, I can use it to ignore resistances on my targets, which is nice.
Nice. Nice.
Nice.
Anyway, are we gonna go?
Oh, sure. Oof.
I know.
Was in the process of.
It ain't up to me to start the session. I was just asking, baby.
The session
Baby.
begins as you have resolved to return to the surface, I think, unless there's something else you wanted to do.
I believe that was the one.
All right, then you can absolutely head back up to the surface.
Josh didn't say the thing. I'm sad. I'm very sad.
I mean, we're basically not all here, so I'm not going to give out cards yet.
No!
I'll give out cards when we're all here.
Yeah.
Excuse me, my mother for some reason is calling me on the phone. Just a moment.
Sure thing.
How do I get the map up again? Oh, I remember. I got it.
Double click on yourself.
Yes.
Yes.
There we go. Flooded mine, all lowercase.
The flooded mine.
Okay.
Well, it was apparently not here. What? No, again. Never mind.
Are you good? What the heck? Neither do I.
All right, well, you trek back up out of the mine, and you will see over the other side of town. You could see the mayor just sitting on the pile of boxes he was once addressing the town on top of. The town has now gone off to do their regular things, but still outside of town.
Nice. Let's head over to this dude. We are going to broker a peace, unless you're actually going to be in character. Let me put on my terrible Russian accent then.
Your imperial accent.
Yes, my imperial accent. Whatever. We are going to try and broker a peace between the golems or whatever down there and the people up here to see if we can get some sort of harmony between the people rather than this chaos. Somebody has to do it. Kind of. I'd be a lot more comfortable if you were to the side of me. Yep, great. Yep, so I will waltz on up.
All right.
And start
You'll see the mayor with his hat sitting there.
Fabulous hat.
Say, oh, good. Have you killed the monsters?
No, not really. We've come to...
Well, why are you back then?
As I was going to say, we have come to see about perhaps brokering some sort of deal between you and them. We've learned that they are a lot smarter than they seem, and they are... Well, we understand... shit, what... They're flooding... No, are they flooding, or is it the Mayors are flooding. The miners are flooding. Yes. Is that right? Okay.
So you know that the miners basically knocked through a wall into an underground stream. That stream then flooded them.
Right. Yes. So we've learned that during your miners' expeditions, they have allegedly, well, accidentally or not, knocked through a wall into these creatures' home, and now it is flooding the area. Um, the creatures are just trying to seal it, which is in cause damaging the town, you know. So we figured we could come to some sort of arrangement where maybe you help them seal this hole and they potentially make the mining operation you have here a bit easier.
Are you proposing that we leave our town?
No. That's
With...
not what I'm saying. I'm saying you help them.
Oh, you would interrupt me? I am the mayor, I'll have you know.
Oh God, you can.
Excuse me,
I'm
what
just
is
gonna
up?
turn.
Why did I come back and we are shooting the mayor already?
No, it's you whispered that to me. Look, my apologies. I'm from uh I'm from the country, you know. It's not used to speaking to such high nobility such as yourselves.
You aren't foreign, are you?
No, of course not. Oh, the accent. Sorry, I got kicked in the head by a donkey as a child, you know.
All right.
Yes, sorry. As I just they are if you could help them block the tunnel, they could easily like help excavate more tunnels or rocks or mineral whatever than your people could usually do. Sounds like a good trade.
I have no intention of leaving my town with a group of monsters just gallivanting around underneath where we live. Do you have any idea what that would do to the property value?
I'm just gonna wait a couple of seconds. Oh, sorry, you are you done talking now?
Yes.
Okay, great. Again, we're not asking you to leave town. You can stay here. I'm not sure if there's some sort of miscommunication going on, but you know, you don't have to do anything. You just have to really get the miners to agree to this.
Would you give me a perception there, please?
I will. After I move this big ass map out the way. And go on to main, which is not. Oh, there it is. Yes. Click and drag, baby. Click and drag. 14.
Okay, you think this person is appalled by the very concept of working with probably anything that isn't human, to be honest.
Oh, he's a xenophobe.
But particularly non-humanoids, you would guess, and also you very much you're getting homeowners association vibes of this guy.
I see.
You think it's not just that, but it's also like the value of this place is largely in its value as property investments. And he appears very vehemently against anything that might jeopardize that.
I see. Cool. Okay. I mean, I guess I don't think we're going to get anywhere with this guy. I think we need to go talk to the miners.
Will I be able to like enter the room delayed because of some bullshit reason? Like
Everyone's just outside. You can be there.
Then I just I wanted an excuse to enter the conversation after a moment. That's fine. I was carrying some stuff out. I got distracted. I saw something. I saw something shiny. That's reasonable. I come out with something shiny, and I'm like, "Oh, the mayor is here. Did you already explain the situation? I'm sure he's a very reasonable fellow, and he will listen. Will you, mayor? Hello there.
Yes.
So you are ready to help with the
It has been explained to me that you as a group intend not to do your job. Thus, I shall have to find someone else to do it.
Wait, no, that's not what's happening.
I am the king, and my job is to make sure that all the people in the valley are safe, including underground people.
They are monsters. They are just bits of rock that hit people. I do not see what the problem is.
Well, it's more like a person with his dogs is living down there. You know?
You know, to be honest, I didn't realize you adventurers were this lazy. Any excuse to get out of killing monsters. I thought that was your entire deal, but apparently
I'm just gonna have a
no.
look around. Are there any witnesses?
Give me a d20 roll. There's a few people milling around, not that many, 2 or 3.
But within like close-ish proximity, like 20 yards away, or
No, the people are mostly sort of cooking in little tents that they've got set up outside the village.
I have a special curiosity. As the mayor seems to be fairly racist, or whatever the correct word is, I don't know, something. Did he notice that I am a talking doll? And does he have an opinion about this?
Well, he certainly is giving you a side eye. But at least you... In fact, give me a perception there, Leroy.
I am very curious to understand his position. Like, perception is this one? I mean, I have good perception. Does a 17 give me any useful
You
information?
will... The vibe you get is very much... Well, at least he's almost a person.
Okay.
At least he's the right shape.
Excuse me.
He's not said any of this, but that's definitely the...
I have a question for you, Josh,
Yeah.
because I'm not sure I checked this last session. The graphite is
Yes.
as a mostly humanoid shape. Like,
Yes, they do.
roughly speaking.
Like, vaguely humanoid, but still sort of shifting.
Well, golem-like. Like,
Yeah.
is rocks in the shape of a human.
Yeah.
Humanoid, really. That's the question. Excuse me, Mayor. Did you ever meet the person in question, Graphite? Because they, I believe, are more or less humanoid, even if rock based. That's but this is an actual question. I don't think the mayor ever met Graphite.
I mean, to our knowledge, we don't know.
That's why I asked him. Did you ever meet the creature in question?
No, of course not. It's dirty down there.
Well, how do you know that they are not a person then?
Because they're monsters. Come on, this is very simple.
Did you ever see them?
No, I don't need to.
How do you know that they are monsters?
They're made out of rocks.
I'm made out of fluff. You are made out.
You feel that perhaps this argument is
Yeah, I don't
not
think
in
this is
fact
the time.
it's not
guy.
changing his opinion in the direction that you
You-
perhaps are hoping.
Also, you are also made of rocks.
Okay, now he just looks offended.
No. I mean it. What do you think bones are made of?
Okay. Look, Mr. Mayor.
Bones are made
We-
of bone.
We respect what you're trying to say here, but so you're really not going to budge on this at all, are you?
Look, I hired you to do a job. If you can't do the job, then I'll have to hire someone else. It's quite simple.
I know that this is probably not gonna help me, but I have a question because.
Well, let's hang on. Let's deal with Speedy first.
Oh yeah.
Okay, give me an intimidation now then.
Not bad.
That's pretty good. He looks unnerved. You don't think he's going to go along with anything, but you feel like he's not going to take any actions against you, at least.
I have a question for Josh out of character
Mm-hmm.
because this is a moment where my real life knowledge fucks me over. Would I, with the general like scientific level of the valley, would it be possible at all for someone to know that graphite is has the same base as flesh, technically, like carbon based?
No, that's not a thing that exists.
That's too advanced for the. That was what
I am not even going to say that that's something that is true in this world.
That's fair. I don't know if
Maybe chemistry doesn't exist in this setting.
I want to walk up to this guy,
That's fair.
place my hand on his shoulder. Does he just very quickly? Does he look over at my hand or anything like?
How are you doing it? Are you doing it in an aggressive way or in like a calm down kind of a way?
Sort of like a putting him in his place kind of way, like properly like landing my hand on his shoulder and kind of squeezing.
Do you want him to look at your hand?
I do.
Okay. In that case, I will take. So what you're gonna need for me? I'm gonna need you to fail an intimidation check.
Okay. Sure thing. Oh my god, I have +1. I didn't realize this.
Oh no, he's just looking straight in your face. Concerned.
Okay, that makes the next part easier then. So as he's looking me in the face and I'm still stepping up towards him, I'm gonna just, with my other hand, just like punch him straight in the stomach to try and wind him.
Okay.
And then
yeah,
if
I'm gonna give me an attack, I'm gonna give you +5 on that.
Okay. If that does connect, I want to do something like this is all like one move to do. So that's just
drop up 5 in the
here,
modifier in the bottom left and
yeah,
do
let me
your
do that
unarmed
first.
attack.
Nice.
Oh. Okay, so you how much damage does your fist do? Because that's a crit.
Yeah, I'm just trying to wind him. I'm not trying to like fully hurt him.
Oh yeah. I assumed you were doing non-lethal damage.
Yeah.
So you've done 8. That's enough for him to. That's enough to knock him out if you want.
No, I want him to be like conscious, but like stunned. So as he's stunned,
he's stunned, but he's also very afraid of you, so he's not crying out.
Yep. So one swift motion, hand on shoulder, gut punch, and I'm standing like So my mouth's against his ear, if like my chin's on his shoulder, if you know. And I'm just gonna whisper into his ear, "Look, I have friends in high places. I'm sure if we had a closer look at this pristine village of yours and the operations you have, find something to bury you with. Why don't you just be nice with us? Let's all make some."
All right. Very well.
Oh, great. Now, straighten yourself out and let's go speak to those minor friends of yours, shall I? And then I'm just going to wrap my arm around him like my best buddy
All right.
and try and lead him towards the miners.
Absolutely. You march him over to the miners.
Will there attempt? Sorry. I know it's probably a waste of time, but Leroy is bored. Will the portrait be a crafting check? A quick portrait, like a quick sketch.
Yes.
You can do
You
a
may make a
caricature.
sketch.
I mean, a 13 is, I don't know how good the sketch is, but I wanted to make a sketch of graphite, with graphite, because it's funny.
All right. Uh, so you will march him over to the miners, who are all lounging around because they don't have anything to do right now because the mines are not exactly open.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
we just want to go up to the
yeah.
dude in
A
charge.
head miner. The head miner, who is this big sort of barrel-chested man. He's too big to be a dwarf, but he's got big dwarf energy about him. He has a massive beard. He's got kind of a like it's not plaid, but a sort of plaid style like tartan tunic that really has the lumberjack shirt vibes going on. Like tunic with rolled up sleeves and a big mining pick over his shoulder. And he's not wearing like a helmet or anything, but you could see he's balding at the front, and he's got this massive, like, his face is pretty red, like like the sort of people who've got a permanent sunburn red, with this little band of pale, or that clearly is where he normally wears a helmet of some sort. And he will turn around to you and say, "Oh, you're those new fellas who were gonna sort out whatever's going on down in the mine, right?"
Oh yes. Will it be okay if I talk to these nice fellows? Everyone, I see that
Oh,
Scott is
of course,
friendly.
of course.
So,
When we're talking to my lads.
my dear friends, uh, shall I talk to you? First of all, what's your name? I'm Leroy von Trombone.
Pleasure to meet you, Chuff Hunkley.
Chuff Hunkley.
Yes.
My God, what a name! That is a
mighty,
man.
That's a mighty fine name. Might I call you Chuff, Mister?
Please do.
So, my dear Mister Chuff, we completed an investigation of the mines, and we found out the problem. Have you met this fellow here? I showed a sketch. I'm sorry, it was a bit of a rush job, but he looks like roughly your size, more or less. A person made of stones, basically.
Can't say as I've met him, no.
But you did find a constructed place, like some kind of ruins looking place.
Oh,
Yes.
we found something. I thought it was some sort of dungeon.
It's his house. That's the problem. By,
Oh.
by a series of mistakes, of course, you couldn't know because it was sealed. You broke into the home of this fellow by the name of Graphite, and you flooded the place with water. I'm not accusing you because, of course, you couldn't know about it, but this fellow doesn't know much about the surface and decided that the best thing to do was to remove the water by, doing the whole earthquake thing. He agreed to stop with the earthquakes if we help them. Sorry, I keep messing up the pronouns. If we help them remove the water from his home, their home, basically.
Well,
Also, he is the one giving orders to the smaller rock creatures, so they will not attack us as we work if we do this. The mayor here seems to be cooperative. I believe Corin had a talk with him. I don't know exactly what he said, but the mayor seems to be ready to cooperate, and we can save the town and avoid useless bloodshed. And by the way, this graphite fellow seems to be very strong.
Well, if we just need to mine our way out of this problem, then I think that's fine. Damming up a waterway, though, that's tricky. That could take some time.
I'm sure we can find some help in graphite themselves. They want this solved as quick as possible, after all. And I believe that there might be some precious items around their house that they don't actually care about. They were left as a way to incentivize people from not destroying everything. So, if you find something precious around the place while you're working, you can probably keep it. Maybe ask first, but you can probably keep it.
I would like plays a deception roll from you, Leroy, being
What?
fully aware that you've already looted all the good stuff from there.
I am not fully aware of this, actually. Leroy honestly thinks that there is more stuff down there. Like, I also honestly think that there is more stuff down there. So, if you're telling me that I looted all the good stuff, I'm sorry, but there was some stuff that can still be sold for a decent. Like, I didn't take normal, non-magical equipment, but that can be sold for a reasonable amount for the average miner. I wasn't trying to lie. That said,
Okay, fine.
my bonus is the same with diplomacy and deception, so same difference. I'm just giving them an incentive. I have a +11 to both. Anyway.
Yeah, give me a diplomacy then.
That's a 19 diplomacy. And that's on the lower end of my rolls.
Okay. Well, I'll certainly have a chat with them and see, but the mayor should really be the one dealing with this sort of thing, right?
He doesn't seem to want to go in the mines because, he doesn't like to get his hands dirty. I'm going to whisper the next part. Between me and you, as soon as I get, my bureaucracy in order, as I'm trying to as you can see by the crown, I'm kind of an important person, and I don't
Kind
think
of a big deal.
Kind of a big deal, and I don't think he will keep his job after this because a good ruler should get his hands dirty, is my opinion. But that's
I don't know much about that. But he's been the mayor of this town for going on 40 years. I can't see that changing personally.
Is the mayor an elected position? No, right?
No.
That was for you, Josh, the question, sorry. It's
No.
not around here. I can't make any promises because currently people still are starting to recognize my authority, but as soon as I can, I will put someone in charge that is ready to help the people directly. because that's how a ruler should be. Don't you agree? At least with the sentiment. I'm trying to be a ruler of the people and see if I can make friends with the miners at least.
All right. Well, you definitely seem to have made a good impression on them.
That's good. Of course, we will escort you because, even if we say that it's safe, maybe you're not so sure. So we will escort you to the graphite fellow. I recommend not getting on their bedside. They pack a punch.
Well, I can imagine. But
It is made of rock after all.
I don't think we need to do anything like that. Should all be fine.
Well done. If there are any more shakes, let us know. Otherwise, let's go to the mines. Mayor, would you like to accompany us? To come with us? You shall find that Graphite is a very well-spoken person.
You seem perfectly capable of this. I'm sure I could just deal with the paperwork.
But of course, I recommend something about avoiding that area for future mining operations. To avoid a repeat of this situation. That sounds like a good idea. Probably should
Yes.
on paper.
Yes, I will definitely do that. Could I please have a perception roll from anyone who cares?
I've got my arm around him, so I'm going to whisper in his ear.
Ah, come on, that's a 10. Wait, no, that's occultism. I rolled the wrong thing. That's better. 18. Sorry, I rolled the skill above by mistake.
Well, it would be a... Why wouldn't you...
Leroy, you think he's going to run the second he has the chance?
Like, okay, but run away from the
Away. You think he's going to run away from town as soon as he's able to?
I take the miner. I might suggest getting someone to take care of the business of the mayor's business. It doesn't look very healthy. I think that he might take a vacation from the job for a while, very soon. Judging from his
That doesn't sound like him. He's always been very dedicated to his job.
Yeah, just trust me on this. Do you have someone that the community trusts
The mayor.
aside from the mayor?
Well, I suppose there's me, there's Steve-O, there's Krabs.
Well, let's just say that after we've done with this, you should take Stevo and Krabs, and you should talk with the other people about a temporary solution to a mayor absence, because he looks.
I'm not sure we really have the authority to do that. That's.
What are you doing? What's going on?
I mean,
really...
what are you going to do if the mayor is absent? What are you going to do while he's not here?
Well, we wait for antimony to send us a new one.
In the meantime, you should make sure that everyone is all right. That's what I'm saying. While you wait for the new one. Exactly my point.
All right.
Regardless, let's first take care of Graphite.
This dude is literally thinking we're going to murder the mayor and hide his...
I'm saying this with the brightest smile and no ill intention whatsoever.
Oh, as a psychopath would do. I'm so confused what that was supposed to be. That was so weird.
Chuff Hunkley can't think badly of anyone. He definitely doesn't think we're going to murder the mayor.
Right, yeah. Before I let the mayor go, I want to just whisper into his... It would be a shame if, we came back up from the mines and there were guards around, or maybe you left in a hurry or whatnot. I would hate to have to send any inquisitors after you, so why don't you just be a good boy and stay where you are?
By the way, what's your name, Mayor? I don't think I asked before.
Algernon? You did ask before, incidentally.
So then, never mind. It's me that I have the player's shit memory.
That's fine.
Your full name was... I'm taking notes.
He's shaking now.
I'm convinced. I'm gonna let him go and just pat him on the back a bit too hard, and then
All right.
We are going to
like
meet
just
again.
give him some space and ready to head off whenever.
Yeah, I'm ready. We're ready. Let's go.
All right, you head back down into the mines.
The Mayfire
You have
don't get in
Chuff
our.
and a cadre of a few miners.
I'm assuming that the Mayfits are peaceful now.
Yes,
Very good. They are not.
and
While we walk, I explain like the general biology of Mephits to the miners, if they are interested. Like
they either don't care or don't understand, or possibly both.
What the hell's biology?
I'm being very basic. Like you see, they are made of stone. They are not exactly. They are more or less smart as a monkey or a dog. They can be useful, but they are not the boss.
You've managed to get two of them arguing about the concept of a flying dog.
Good job.
That will be amazing.
They seem to have taken in no information that you have given them, however.
What do they think about Esteban?
They are very much trying to avoid Esteban. Because Esteban is unsettling.
Graphite, my friend, we are back with them.
All right, you head back over to the throne room, and they'll be like, "So, have you, like, gotten them all to leave or whatever?"
Well, these fellows here are ready to help you get the water out of your room without destroying the surface. Isn't that nice? And also, the mayor or someone in his stead should be writing down a new rule about not digging in your home, which also should help.
Well, now hang on 1 minute, because we're in mining town. Like define home, because like we do have to dig places. We can't just not dig.
The constructed area, you see that this area is clearly made by someone. You see that there are carved stones and stuff. Yeah.
I guess it's okay if you like dig in places that aren't here. So I'm not gonna roleplay with myself for 20 minutes.
Awesome.
Do
So
it.
instead, the discussions will begin, and you have managed to bring together the two most reasonable people on both sides.
Yay.
So I am just going to take a diplomacy roll from your elected moderator.
I was gonna say, can
and
I
that
like help
would be a
weigh
bonus
in
in how it
about
goes.
weigh in about like potentially graphite and the methods help the miners somehow and they get rewarded. I don't know what they eat. I'm going off out of character knowledge of Zorn. Maybe they eat like rocks or gems or whatnot. Maybe they get rewarded with something.
I believe that
They are disgusted by the concept of eating.
Okay, cool. In that case, I'll just be like, help them mine and then they'll whatever you want. You guys can work it out exactly, but you'll both get something from this.
Okay, so I'll tell you what. First, I'd like a check just from Leroy for how it goes in general, and then I'll take a diplomacy from Corin about some of the specifics.
I just noticed that I have 3 hero points, so this will go well. Because
Wow, baby.
because I'm using a hero point. That's what I'm saying. Is it possible to use multiple hero points on the same roll?
Yeah.
Good, because I'm rolling like shit. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Here we go.
Oh, this is the shit. Okay, that's a 26.
Very
Now,
good. Yeah, the negotiations are going very well. I will now take Corin for your specifics, because right now it is going to be a comfortable truce.
What? Yeah, let me just re-roll that then.
If you can get it up to a 20, then you can do you'll get something special.
Ah. What? I still have 3 to use.
No, you may not use hero points from other people.
I'll commit 1 more, and then that's what I'm getting. Oh, that did not land in the thing, and of course it's a 17. Let me just reroll that one. Let me drop that one in there instead of. God damn it!
That is not enough, I'm afraid.
No, that's what I'm sticking with though.
All right.
Like a 16 is actually a decent roll.
Yes, but not enough for this.
Yeah.
Still.
So you will manage to have brokered a peaceful truce where they will effectively agree to cooperate in fixing this big hole they've made, and then studiously ignore each other for the foreseeable future.
I feel like they both would like that anyway. That sounds like a solution that they would really enjoy.
All right.
Money.
And they will escort you back out of the mine.
I wanted to ask something to Graphite while we were there.
Yes.
You said that the stuff left around by your friend was basically for getting people out of here. Yeah?
Yeah.
So if the miners find some of that stuff, can they take it as basically to help with the rebuilding upstairs? You know?
I guess. Doesn't really matter.
They will probably get the people upstairs more likely to agree with all of this without issue and not complain because their homes can be rebuilt with this. You know?
I mean, I don't really care.
Then that's see, I told you, they are fine with this. They are very cool, a very chill person. I wanted the official permission so that the miners can take random stuff that they find around. That's all.
Okay.
I didn't want them to think I lied.
Okay, yeah. You're escorted out, and you are indeed paid.
Oh, that's nice.
You are paid by Chuff.
Did the mayor run away?
Yes.
That bastard.
You will get one of the miners coming up to Chuff, and he's like, Foreman, I just saw the mayor. He was legging it down to you. He was going so fast he ran into a tree.
Oh my god, he died.
Last I saw, he was taking the mayoral horse and just going straight down the road.
I look at the miner with a told you so look for the closest I can get as a doll, at the very least.
Well, it's like this horse, but it's covered in sort of gold, not really paint, more sort of staining. It's a gold horse, basically.
It diets
Not
for gold.
Yeah.
That sounds expensive.
Not as much as you'd think.
Oh, it was a good craftsmanship job. Very nice.
All right. You will all be paid. I believe he will look down and he'll say, it was 15 gold. Between you.
Is that what we agreed to?
I think so.
I cannot remember what we agreed to.
I'm pretty sure it was 15 gold between you.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not made of money. And apparently in this town isn't either.
Can we make it 16 so that we can divide it by 4 without having to go into silver and copper pieces? That's for
Give me,
that's a DM question. I just don't
give
want.
me a diplomacy.
I mean, okay, sure.
It's the you're running up against his friendliness versus his like his dadly inclination to
That's a
not spend
25.
money unnecessarily.
I feel like a 25 probably is good enough.
Yeah, you can make it up to 16.
Nice. So it's 4 gold each.
I'm going to add it to the team gold pile.
Oh, there is
Swiggly swag.
Perfect.
There you go.
Oh, there is a button to divide it automatically.
I've already done it. I've pressed the button and it has.
Yo.
You have all received your gold.
Well, sorry for wasting your time with the wall. Can we get it in a round man? That's convenient.
All right, and then I take it you head out towards towards antimony.
Yeah, say my I will say my farewells to the people. Probably waste a small amount of time talking about myself and giving the whole spiel about yeah. Anyway, I'm the rightful king. I'm just taking my time to get to the throne. Don't worry about it. Remember my name and stuff like that. They will probably not take me seriously, and yeah, let's go. Like it will be an in-game 20 minutes of talking, but I don't want to actually spend 20 minutes saying stuff that I already said 5 times.
All right. It is going to be a few days travel heading over towards antimony. There don't need to be any more stops on the way if you don't want there to be, depending on the route you take. You
Yeah,
can go full direct if you want to go full direct.
that's fine by me. Did I?
Unless you run into anything interesting on the way, I guess. Yeah, may as well head straight there.
I have. Was I crafting something? Did I finish crafting? I can't remember how much I crafted.
I believe you were crafting health potions.
I
Now,
with those.
as a reminder, if you've set up your crafting on the what do you call it? On the little reminder clock thing on your thing, then it should automatically advance as we go.
Well, I didn't, but I think I will now. Speedy or Karin, did any of you want some runic enhancements of on your weapons? Because I can do that. If you like, I can start chiseling some runes.
I'm fine, thank you.
I do need some materials. I have some. If you want to help, it would be very appreciated because it's your weapon. But like it's 17 gold upfront. 17.5. The total price is 35 gold. For like, the normal plus one rune is 35 gold total. So 10 is
10 silver to 1 gold. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
150 silver is 15 gold.
I'm just spending the starting material, so it's 17 gold pieces and 5 silver pieces for now. I will. It's 175 silver pieces.
What's the terrain like between
Right now-
Tadine and Antimo and Two Horse?
Between Tadine and Two Horse,
Yeah.
it's pretty much plains. There's some hills, but they aren't particularly steep. Sort
Okay.
of mostly rolling farmlands, that sort of thing.
I was going to say, but I think Yulof would have to be here that we could cross country it on the way to there to Two Horse and check it out. I don't really care, but I know that Yulof may be interested in checking that again. But yeah, we
Yudolf
have
is
to-
taking a very long nap and/or playing with her train set.
In that case, she doesn't get an opinion then. To heck with it. Oh my god! Murder. So.
Now,
If you're not,
so
so
just to check this works, because I can't see how it is. Have you set the time on your thing?
I did set a 4 days thing, yes, and technically I should do the check after 4 days. So if you want, I can check right now, or I can keep crafting, and when it goes to 0, I will do the check.
I'd also
Okay.
like to craft some stuff, but
Absolutely. Decide what you're crafting, set it up on the thing. So generally, how it works, you pay the cost, put the timer into the thing. Once the timer runs out, you make the roll, and then, depending on the roll, pay the rest of the cost.
let me.
Where did you send the money? Blue? Sorry, you said you gave me the money. You took it off from your. No, that's fine. No, that's perfectly fine. So I will just assume that you spent the money, and I don't spend and just put the timer on. That's fine. Perfect.
So I'm trying to find the actual crafting time for this.
It's 4 days. It's always 4 days.
For everything.
Everything is 4 days of work, but if it's a consumable, you can make multiple of them in those 4 days.
Then I would like to make multiple.
The total of
So-
batches, I don't remember how many, but it's like 3 or 4, but you need to spend for each of them.
Let me just check this, because it might be that it's not in your thing. Okay, so what you want to do, open up your options on your, for Fantasy Grounds.
Up to 4, by the way. The
Yeah.
batches is 4.
In options, the second section is the game section. In
Mhm.
that, you should see item show craft button on items. If you toggle that to on.
It is on.
Okay, now look at the item. There should be a big red craft this item button just next to the level on the item.
Craft this item. Swag. Cool.
If you press that, it should autofill. For me, it autofills the item side of it. I don't know if it'll also autofill your character's stats for you.
No, you need to put the stats yourself.
Okay.
But it's pretty quick. Also, you don't need to put all of it because you roll after the 4
Hello,
days.
Fliss.
Hi, Fliss.
Hello.
Hi, Josh. Hi, everybody. I'm sorry
Hi.
I'm so horribly late.
No
Oh my
worries. How are you?
god, how dare.
We managed
Well,
the problem with graphite with almost no violence.
oh, good, 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 good. Happy to hear that.
We also,
What? Sorry, who's going to catch me up very quickly?
oh yeah, it's time for the session summary anyway.
Oh,
Yes.
a delicious, delicious hero point.
We went back to the
Oh, he's going for it.
back to the mayor immediately after a short moment of inventory management. By the way, I will tell you what items we got, and you can also decide if you want some of them.
Oh, is this all the goodies from the
All the
lair?
Yes, exactly.
Mhm, mhm.
That said, We talked to the mayor. The mayor was very unreceptive. And Corin decided that the best way to make the mayor cooperate with us was a good bit of intimidation and violence. So he got sucker punched almost into unconsciousness. And also deeply intimidated, but he decided to cooperate. We talked to the miners. The miners were very friendly and nice. And the chief miner, let's call him, had the best, was one of the best characters ever. His name was Chuff. It was amazing. Everything was the most masculine miner you can think of.
Oh my god, are you omitting his last name? How could you?
I can't. I have very.
He is the manliest man. He is Chuff Hunkley, the legend.
I was hoping for someone to complete that because I couldn't remember the exact last name. Anyway, we went back to graphite. The mediation went pretty well. We managed to get a truce between the two parts, and the miners also get to take any loot that I did not take as collaterals for the damage upstairs, because graphite does not give a shit about any of that.
Good solution.
So we got paid a total of 16 gold, which is, decent for a small town. The mayor ran away immediately. As soon as we were out of his sight, he ran away. And he will not come back, most likely, because he was scared shitless. And yeah, we are now traveling again. And I'm currently putting a rune on one of Speedy's weapons.
Nice.
Also, because we are doing the thingy, the inventory management thingy, we found out about the magnificent party sheet. You can find the party sheet.
Yes, the party sheet. Yes, I know.
I put some of the stuff is already in the parcel items. I don't think any of us is especially good with shields, but anyone can use a shield if they have a free hand. I never have a free hand. Do you want a pillow shield? It's a shield that you can use as a pillow. It's cool.
I mean, I don't think I'm proficient in shields.
It doesn't
Am
have
I?
everyone can use shields. Only some people can use the shield block reaction. That one requires a fit, and only some classes start with it. But
Josh, because I can shield block with the shield spell. Do I know how to shield block?
I'm gonna say yes.
Go on then.
Go
I'll
on, then.
steal that shield.
Also, it's just a cool shield that you can use as a pillow.
Well, you
the
lot
one
spent a
thing-
lot of time sleeping, so it's all fine.
The one thing to be aware of with that is it will permanently take up one of your hands. So anything that's actually does your stuff doesn't use somatics, does it?
Nope, it doesn't. Well, it does,
yeah.
but it doesn't.
Yeah. No reason
It's
not to use it.
internalized somatic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also-
And
Sorry?
just to check, has anyone who wishes to craft things not set their reminders yet? No? Okay, good. Then I'm going to start advancing time.
Also, I was thinking of taking it, but I put the auspicious scepter in the parcel items so that you can look at it and tell me if you're interested. It's basically a mace, a very strong mace, with some divination magic synergy.
You go for that. It has E written all over it.
I cannot use all of its properties. That's why I wasn't sure if I wanted it or not. But the properties that I can use are pretty good.
Yeah.
Namely, the fact that I can punch people very hard with a super shield.
Now we
Wow, that
travel.
wand is amazing.
The wand we think was left by Ropel, actually. Like it was, I didn't find the wand. It was just there in the parcel items. I think it's from the druid leftover. I think it was a Maro's item. Do you want it? Because like we're not using it.
I mean, sure, why not? I can probably make use of that. And what we're doing with the bag?
Corin,
I feel like that could be a speedy thing. The bag.
If it requires dexterity, it is useless for me.
It's a bomb.
A bomba.
I don't know if Speedy has bomb proficiency.
You need proficiency to use a bomb. Just throw it.
It's
It's
a
just a
weapon.
rock. It's an explodey rock. I'll just steal it if no one's going to use it then.
Steal it. Go on.
I'll
You're good
definitely remember
at
to.
bombs.
To be clear,
Ah.
if there's stuff that you just want to sell for chaff,
Just let
you
you
can
know.
leave it in the parcel, and then I can sell it to the whenever you get to a pawn shop.
No, we need an RP session of selling. What's
No, we
better than
don't.
RP buying?
No,
RP selling.
No,
Oh yeah.
no,
If there's
no,
a
I
specific
quit.
thing you want to RP to try and get a really good deal for, fine, but we do not need to RP selling every single thing.
I'll be
Completely
2 hours late and then
understandable.
I'll quit.
If there's not anything special that you want to sell, then anything you want to sell that's not important, you can just leave in the party sheet and say, "Hey, Josh, we want to sell
Thank
all
you,
this shit
Josh.
next time we hit
Thank
a
you,
pawn shop."
Josh. Thank you,
That
Josh.
sounds perfect to me.
You also arrived. Hopefully, your reminders have been ticking down, though I don't think you're quite at the 4-day mark.
1.5013888888.
Sounds about right. About a day and a half left.
Yeah.
Now, retroactively, you've just been traveling along these really quite pleasant roads with nothing attacking you, which has been lovely. But I believe the discussion did come up whether you wanted to detour to Two Horse on your route.
Hills and plains.
Is there a way to cross the river, or would we just kind of loop back onto the road at the river crossing?
You just
Well,
loop back.
Okay.
So we're like on the road to answer. So
So you
we'd
just
have
cut over and then cut back.
Yeah. Corin did point it out mainly to you. He's not really too fussed on it. You could guess, but
I think it would be a very good idea, out of character as a player, to check out what's been left behind and get a bit more intel on the attack. And I think in character, Yuloth is quite sentimental, and we left in a hurry. She might like to gather
That sounds reasonable.
a few more items. I think so.
so we'll go across the hills then. We're taking the cart with.
Because we traveled for some days, can we assume that Speedy did some crit wounds in the meantime? Like, there is no reason to not do it during the travel. Yes, correct.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Are we all healed up?
There is no reason to use medicine treat wounds during the trip.
Oh, well, it's a couple of days, so we have had rest.
You've had a couple of days of healing. Let me just.
The long rest alone doesn't refuel.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That's why I'm asking if we had the chance to do the.
Yeah, well, between my healing, the gloves healing, Kate, we should be able to get a bit of healing, I imagine. Hope. I nearly died last time.
I'm going to give you an extra day's worth of healing for your bonuses of various types, which means the only one who's not at full health is Corin.
Me, yay! I have to get my chest caved in.
I think we agreed that swords is a good idea. Yes.
Yes. So if we're taking the wagon, we need to be ready for the risk of breaking one of the axles on the cart or wheels or whatnot. So as we go. Well, yes, but stuff to fix it with. I don't have spare wooden planks with me or anything like that.
Corin, do you still have the spell book, by the way?
You do, unless I gave it to you off, which I might have. I think I
Spot.
did. The book we found in Farmer Ted? No, Farmer. It was Farmer Ted,
Yeah,
wasn't
Ted.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the book we found in
Father
Farmer
Ted,
Ted's
yes.
basement. I believe I gave that.
I don't have it in my inventory.
I might not have properly given it to you. I didn't realize about the system. But I deleted it from my inventory at least.
Okay. Okay. I'm happy to have it. I
Josh, do
just
you have a way to add it back to the parcel items?
I didn't actually get an actual item for it. I just wrote one up.
You would just wrote one up. Yeah, that's fine,
Yeah.
which I can do. That's fine. We can retcon that. Josh, just a quick question. The cart would be quite slow overland, would it?
It is very slightly. Well, it is about walking speed, but you can keep going for longer.
Okay.
So it's
That's-
effectively faster than just walking.
Okay. But it might break.
If we
It
leave the
might.
cart on the side, we are going to lose it.
Well, we could hide it.
I say that we bring it as far as we can. If something happens, hide it there and come back. We shouldn't leave it beside the road.
Guys, I can repair the cart if it breaks. It's not a problem.
Okay.
Well, I can repair it too, but that's what I'm saying. You know, it's a bit more of time to be spending fixing it and whatnot. But let's bring it with us. That's fine.
So lovely to have all these men who know how to fix things.
Well,
I don't
women
know
can
how to
fix-
fix. I don't know how to fix a cart.
I can cast mending. I can repair it in 10 minutes. It's not a lot of time.
Well, okay, if you want to cheat, then I guess you can use that. It's fine. Let's go off then. Let's not waste any more time.
Yes.
I could also repair it manually, but it takes longer, so you know.
It's more rewarding that way, I
Tours.
find.
We are going back to tours. We are going back to tours.
I'm
All right.
excited.
1 horse.
We should probably scout out the perimeter as well when we get there, in case there are, you know, inquisitors there. Will. Oh, you're familiar with them?
You're from antimony, yeah.
Can I? Okay, you are familiar. Okay. Was that your character not sounding sure, or was that you not sounding? Okay.
Also, I don't know how often the Inquisitors get involved in the war, but you did fight in a war with the Empire. The Inquisitors are like frontline soldiers or what, but I assume that they got involved.
They're kind of like the
Amount.
like Gestapo, I guess, the SS.
Yeah, but they are
Bit of a odd comparison, but
they are
that's
also
how I imagine them.
they're also very good spellcasters, right?
Magic
Yes.
SS.
I assume that they will use them in war to some extent if they are good spellcasters, for obvious practical.
Yes, you weren't with us at that time. You can have a scout for us as before we get there. If that's all right, obviously.
Do you want to borrow Esteban to go faster?
That's definitely going to draw attention to her, which we don't want to do.
I meant just to arrive quicker at yours, then you can send him back.
Yeah, let's not split up everyone.
Yeah. We are going to yours.
As you start to arrive. You start to see that the fields don't look to have been ploughed and harvested very recently. You see dead wheat.
What is this? Everybody's fields?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh no.
As you start to get closer, you see some of the roofs are missing on a couple of the little outlying farm buildings. And as you approach the center of town, you see the ground covered in scorch marks. Some of the buildings look like they've been blasted with explosions and burned to the ground. And almost the whole village looks like it has just been razed. Fairly recently.
So more recently than the attack?
More recently than when you left, but not in the last,
Okay.
not in the last week.
Are there any signs of life that we can plainly see from where we are?
None that you can see, obviously.
Cool. I'm gonna flip my jacket inside out, and just wear it with my Empire insignia and whatever in plain
Mhm.
view. We should probably be careful as we go, as well as you can see. Shit's fucked. Yeah.
Eloth is just basically silently crying, tears streaming down her cheeks as she's walking through the town, kind of touching buildings and looking at things. She's very, very sad. Mhm.
Leroy looks like a lifeless doll slumped on the chair. He's probably having depression, we're not sure because he looks like a normal doll currently. The chair keeps moving.
Mm.
Alexa. Alexa, play Ring of Fire.
As you approach the farm you're all familiar with, it looks like a bomb has hit it.
Okay.
Just this huge charred crater right in the middle of the house. There's very little left.
Some of the house is still there, though.
Just a few bits of walls.
At least we know that they cannot completely obliterate the building.
Well, they probably weren't trying to, is the issue. And yet it still happened like this.
That was the player talking. The character is...
Okay.
They died.
I'm stepping forward with my sword drawn. Remind me, Speedy, magic? Is that your shtick or not? Out of character? No, okay. Yolof, I know this is hard for you, but we probably should search through the wreckage to find any traces of Ted's.
Mm. She'll use Mage Hand to start listlessly moving things, but she'll direct that focus in. I mean, we searched Ted's room, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it worth trying to just look for the basement?
You know where to find the basement.
Yeah.
And you find the entrance is in a pile of rubble.
Okay.
It looks like whatever damaged the house buried it. At least the entrance. Looking around the place, you don't find any bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Wells, there are definitely fates. No, trail off from that sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sorry, not anyway. Are you able, Yolof, are you able to I'm not too familiar with magic. Can you, like, is there a trail you could find or anything like that? Or
She'll cast detect magic, see if there's any signs.
There is a faint hint of magic around the place generally, but it's been long enough that
It's
you think it's
diffused.
just a residual magic.
There's no clear sign for him.
well, we should definitely look around for survivors or, you know, hell, other people here. If we want to, if we wanted to try this entrance, we could. But I feel that might be a waste of time. There wasn't much down there other than the book and the portal. We know what happened to those two. So
Just to know something, there is no, the upper floors are completely gone, yes?
Yes.
So the place where I woke up is completely gone.
Yes.
I'll go have a look around. Uh, Give me a shout if you need anything.
To start
Go to the
looking-
pub. See if you can find any booze.
That's a good idea. Have you got your
You-
weapon drawn, Speedy? Okay, good.
Leroy will start to move again, but he's not moving normally. He's moving like like a puppet drawn by strings, and and with a puppet master who is very unmotivated, you know. So like just dragging. Yes, but just like it almost feels like someone is dragging him in a very unnatural way on the floor. With he's not just dragging his feet; it's like the movement doesn't come from the feet; it comes from the shoulders or something. It's unclear how this works. He's starting moving rubbles and mumbling in a language that I don't think any of you speaks. I don't think anyone speaks Fey, right?
No.
So yeah, it's just mumbling nonsense and moving stuff around and looking for. He doesn't even know what he's looking for. It's just books, anything, any piece of this that is still recognizable.
Everything's gone.
Eloth will kind of pull Leroy back at some point and just pick him up and hug him, and then wander back towards the pub.
He will switch to Arc as a consequence.
What was that?
Now he's speaking Orcish language.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I-
he's changed language. Okay.
I'm writing in the chat
Yes.
so that you can keep role playing while I do his wall mumbling.
Mm-hmm.
You arrive at the pub. It's also been completely smashed up. The big, huge keg bigger than you that once held a seemingly endless amount of ale has just been smashed. The floor is slightly sticky.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Um, couldn't we, as somebody who is not too familiar with magic, could I discern if all of the, is it like all scorch marks, or are there like different types of damage to the buildings? Does it look like all one, like flames or whatnot?
You're seeing a lot of scorch marks pretty much everywhere. You know
Yeah,
that
that's
this
what
kind
we-
of damage wouldn't come from just setting a fire, though.
Yeah, yeah. That looks like pinpointed blasts and whatnot.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to do something so incredibly stupid. Oh wait, no. This is the one. Yes. I'm going to use this card. I want to use this card to try and find a bottle of alcohol.
All right. You absolutely may find a bottle of antimony rum hidden behind
Ah,
the counter.
beautiful.
It's
I'm
a
gonna-
bottle of like sort of black Icarus liquid that has a strong sort of aniseed kind of taste to it with a lot of sweetness. It's sort of a sambuca.
Never had it, but it sounds disgusting. I'm sure Corin will love it.
I mean, I like it, but
Oh,
most
sambuca,
people
yeah.
don't. Most
Light
do
people
that
not like
shit.
licorice.
Light that shit on fire. I love it.
Uh, I'm personally offended if you talk shit about sambuca because sambuca is delicious. But that said, the gustibus, if you don't like it, that's your taste. But it's delicious.
I'll pop the top off, have a swig, top up my flask, and then put the rest away. Unless you
Oh yeah,
is
turns
with
out you
me.
absolutely have a taste for it.
Oh, delicious. I'll either put the bottle in my bag, or if Yulof is with us, then I will give it to her. But I'm done.
She's not a big drinker.
You just asked for alcohol.
Well, that's what people do in these situations. But
Sweet. I'll bag it then.
All right.
so I'm trying to guide Leroy gently in his dazed state.
I was just looking for any clues to why people would be here. No, why they did this, but
Yeah.
yeah, we should have a look for people now.
And just
Corin was absolutely lying there, just face lying to you.
Mhm.
Currently, Leroy is basically held by Ulot, correct?
Are you
Yeah, I
sorry? Are
think
you
so.
guys at Ted's farm still, or are you with us?
I'm
I assume we followed you.
Okay,
yeah,
cool, cool.
I'm carrying Leroy.
Yeah.
He's allowing it, I presume.
I'm just being carried, but still. As soon as you get the bottle, if you want to take a swig, take a swig. But then Leroy will definitely take the bottle.
She'll just hand him the bottle
Oh,
if it's available.
can you?
Did you
drink
find
that?
anything?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Leroy. Can you drink that stuff? It's
Leroy is gonna drink most of the bottle.
oh.
The bottle is a substantial, percentage of the volume of Leroy. It's a large bottle.
I am poison resistant. If I have to roll, I will roll a fortitude save.
Yes, I am going to want to roll. Please give me a fortitude save there, Leroy.
Let me check.
I know that's not how it works, but it'd be funny if the liquid starts seeping out the bottom of it.
I have a plus 2 to this, I believe. It's a +1 modifier, I think.
I assume that somewhere in the other, in the Fey realm from which Leroy draws his power, there's one fairy that every time he drinks something, just suddenly they become drunk.
That's a 17.
You're feeling a little unsteady on your feet.
I'm not standing, so that's fine.
You lot is still carrying him, yeah, it's fine.
Feeling unsteady on you lot.
You feel if you have any more, you might be sick.
That's
And
fine.
being being a puppet, you don't really know what that entails, but you don't want to find out.
That was an. I will switch back to cerulean or common, if you prefer, to answer the question from Speedy. This was my kingdom, the start of it, the first place where I came to be. This was yes, well, yes, the place I was born, or at least where I awoke in, and they took everything from us. We must, I must find where Theodore is. He was. ah, Leroy
Farmer Ted.
Yes.
the puppet cannot. I don't think the puppet can technically cry, but he's clearly having a moment, and he's like, I don't think I ever told him, but he was the closest thing to a father figure I had.
I was his ward, so I feel the same. But Leroy, we need to pull ourselves together.
It's also my duty to find out what happened to the people of Tours and either save them or bring them justice.
Yeah.
I'm still a bit easy, but I will start looking around everywhere for any sign of dead people.
No, we didn't see any when we came in or searched.
No, you haven't seen any corpses at all, actually.
No.
Yes, starting from the point that there is a lot of scorch marks. I'm not looking for corpses, I'm looking for
Ash.
You find no humanoid remains.
also
It-
I will look at Ulot, take a deep breath. Ulot, my friend,
Mhm.
about to do something that will hurt me greatly. Please take
Hmm?
it after I'm done.
What?
I am about to do something that will hurt me greatly.
Yes, I heard you. What are you doing?
I will start to look for psychometric resonance around Tours, which means that I will likely.
Are you sure?
Fuck.
I am aware of the risk. I am also slightly tipsy, so my judgment is probably not at my best. And yes, I am
Oh
ready.
god.
I am ready to take a facton of mental damage or whatever else.
First character death, baby. Let's go.
Okay.
I will start from the tavern and then start moving around. And I also have gene keys if it can help get some useful information out of all of this self-torture, basically.
Oh my god. Good job, Josh gave you a hero point.
Thank
You're
you.
gonna need it.
So, for psychometric assessment, you've got to spend a minute concentrating on a specific object. So,
But I can also look around touching things for something that has enough energy.
you're finding it basically everything right now.
As I will spend a lot of time doing as many as I can to gather as much information as I can. And I'm playing Jinkies, specifically looking for any information that can help me piece together what exactly happened.
Okay, tell me where you're starting.
I'm starting where we are in the tavern, and
Okay,
then moving towards Ted's farmhouse again.
you start in the tavern. Cool. Please. You actually, there's no roll. I just roll damage. Okay, immediately take 5 damage. As
Is the damage automated or no? I will do it. 5 damage.
no, just I can drop damage on you.
Just
Okay,
damage him.
I have done it. There you go.
The first 5 I put myself. Then you
Okay.
can do.
So, you in this place, you see people huddled and afraid. You hear the sounds of a proclamation from outside. You see, you have a feeling of walking away and watching, and then you see a flash as the barrel just begins to spark, and this huge explosive fireball just ruptures and ripples out from where the cask was, and the entire building just blasts out in all directions.
When you say
Heading
I want to ask a follow-up question before continuing. Did you describe basically a black powder explosion, like a barrel of something explosive?
no, like the cask of ale exploded.
Okay, just I wanted to make sure about that. That's fine.
Mhm.
Okay, let's keep going.
Then outside by the well, you feel yourself among a dozen or so people. There are carts with cages built into them around you. There is someone standing on top of the well making proclamations, and you feel warmth draining away from you. Here's another 3.
Before I continue,
Yes?
if I was to have a bonus to saves against mental effects, I don't. I know that there is no save here, but will that make a difference?
This is not a save, no.
I'm aware, but I'm asking if I was to cast suit on myself.
No, that's not going to help you.
Okay, then I will not waste a spell, and I will continue.
All right, as you get closer to Ted's farm, you will see a your mind is constantly shifting, and you can feel energy as you're dodging. Your mind is flitting between what's in front of you, this blur of energy and aggression, and what's below you, you're waiting for something. And as you're waiting, you're having to use more energy to just keep going until finally a brief moment of relief, at which point it dissipates.
I would like to spend some extra time around the well if I can get more information on the. If it's possible to get more information on the proclamation, like what the proclamation was about. Before
That's as much detail as you can get from this.
and I will continue the investigation instead.
All right. Those are the notable ones you're able to pick up.
That's fine. So, is it? Do I get anything else if I go to the farmhouse, or that's as much as I can get for now?
No, that is the Farmer Ted's place was the last one.
Okay. So, just to print into my head the information, he was tired, basically trying to dodge, avoid escape, and stressed, like fear, anger, stuff, combat, basically combat, and was losing. Tell me if I'm getting the right vibe. I'm trying to understand the vibe.
No. You didn't feel
Enough
like
information,
he was. You don't feel a struggle as in losing.
but a struggle as in.
You feel a struggle as in delaying.
Oh, and then he let go at some point. Or there
Yes.
was. Would I be able, maybe with some skill check, I don't know, with some mind reasoning, to try to put together some kind of timetable of chronology of events, like if the how the various bursts of emotions relate to each other time-wise.
That I'm afraid I've given you everything you're going to get from that.
Okay, I wanted to check. That's fair. I will do my best not to collapse, but I will need to sit on Esteban to not completely pass out. Like I'm sitting and I'm not standing up again for a while.
All right.
And I think how much damage did it take? Nah, that's fine. I don't need to heal myself right now.
Just very quickly, is Corin lucky enough to have
Corin, I'm sorry, but you cannot find more booze.
I would be shocked if I did. I'm stomping out and then composing myself as
That
gloomy
bottle,
atmosphere.
incidentally,
There is more.
when you found it full, was worth 15 gold. It is now worth less than that.
nuzzling my flask.
There is still some of room, so you can have the rest of it.
I'm just
I tried
staring at it, like,
roughly half a bottle.
like drawn to the one ring. Take it away. Like, you.
I wonder if my hat would come in handy here.
You're magnetized to the nearest alcohol, which is this.
Which is this? But if I like
Delicious.
walk away from this,
As far as you walk,
is there any
until
other
you
alcohol? No.
until
Okay.
you get to the point where you're near the cart, where I think you have a bottle of wine
Ow.
somewhere.
Oh, have I discovered somebody's secret stash in the cart?
This is the worst day of my life.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I will find, Yulaf will wander off, trying to be helpful. She will find the secret stash in the cart and bring it back and give it to Corin.
I don't know. Is that actually my hidden stash? Is it? I don't think it is it? Or is that just we have one?
I think someone bought wine at some point.
Oh, beautiful. Oh.
She's just fetched the alcohol for you. So
Thank you, Yulof. It's how are you coping?
mm.
I
we need to get
understand.
on. We need to go. We need to get. I still think he's in Vim, but we need to
Yes,
get
but
to antimony.
yeah, we should probably head off then. If we are going to leave, I'm gonna head on over to the well, take my.
Ooh. Josh,
Yes.
you can feel free to tell me just no, but I did wait. No, this spell is not in the books. We do. Do we have the advanced player's guide? Yes or no? Yes.
I believe so.
There is a spell which is basically the the very stronger version of the psycho king resonance reading, object reading. Would I be able, by casting it, to get the at least the words of the proclamation by casting it like on the well or something? Yes or no? I don't.
No.
Yeah, that's fair. I was just seeing if my cape was able to give me some extra bullshit.
It's not tied in enough with the well for that to work.
That's, I will once I'm awake enough, I will have Esteban carry me over and to the best of my abilities share the info about what happened. Or at least there was what? The player might have missed that detail. There were cards
There
with
were
Yes, there were.
cards.
Yeah, there were, yeah. Slave.
Okay, that's very important. That's a very important detail that I missed because I was. I I I know that at some point they were in the village square. Yes, at
Yes.
least. So we should probably, like, if they left tracks, we can probably try to find them starting from the square.
Sorry, but there are two roads out of two horse rides. Both
Yeah.
of them lead to the same road. So
The
Why
trouble
don't
is,
you use cards if you have magic to teleport?
did we hear about magic, teleport magic? Is this world? Is teleport magic like sort of dangerous?
We did use it, but it was weird.
Ignoring that.
Hmm.
Yeah, for something else, don't worry.
yeah, something to be aware of. There are lots of cart tracks on the road. This is a working road, even if it hasn't been used for a little while. There are plenty of cart tracks leading towards the main road.
Yeah, I think that route's kind of a dead end before we set off on that. We already know they're either heading to Antimo, then Vim, or just to Antimo. Let's not waste time. We should go back the way we came on the road and head straight to Antimo.
All right.
Let's leave.
Can I just ask, Eloth would just be paying close attention just to make sure there's no signs of ice, there's no signs of like the Prince of Winter, nothing like that in the mix.
No, you don't see any frost anywhere.
Okay, that's fine. So it just seems like Empire assholes coming to punish the community, basically. Hmm.
Does anyone have any paper?
What? I have paper. Do you need paper for something?
I was just going to leave a notice board on the way into town to warn people off.
I mean, okay. I don't think anyone looking at this would stay here, but yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, and to let them know the cause of this, so there's not any wandering and whatnot.
Okay. Inquisition raid?
Say again?
Inquisition raid?
What? Inquisition what?
Raid.
Oh, raid.
Raid.
Something like that, yes. And yeah, I'll just go scribble that. Just warning, saying, talking about there was an injustice done by the Empire here, and to I don't know, just to I don't know. That's it. And then I'm ready to head off.
Corinne?
Mm. Yes.
This might come as a surprise, but I am somewhat aware that you don't like me as much as most people would.
I don't dislike you. I'm just not too.
You're not too keen on
I don't really know how to say it without insulting who you are to your very core. So, yeah.
I can take after these points as his face.
Okay, so look,
Can
this
take-
whole king thing, that you realize that's not right. You're a doll, you're not a real person.
I realize that I am a doll. Yes.
Okay.
And I disagree. I take a bit of offense on your definition of real person, but that's a different problem. Same thing with Graphite and the Mayor.
Well, they were monsters, so
I am not a biological person. Will that make sense? Yes.
Yes, you didn't have parents or family or
Yes. Well, I have
blood.
family, but it's not.
Yeah, but not blood family.
It is. I am aware that I don't think of myself as a reincarnated king or whatever. I I was born from magic, and I know my purpose through that same magic. And I know that not everyone will recognize my authority, and there is a lot of work to do to get that authority recognized. But it's what I was made to be. It's not a matter of being a person or not being a person. It's not a matter of anything really.
It kind of is, though. Blood means a lot to kings and queens, and having people to back you. And I understand that's what you're trying to go for, but
the king is not a role that is based on.
no, I'm not sorry. I'm not saying it's a bloodline. But you need strong blood in you. You need family, a reason for people to back you. They're not going to just have some upstart commoner who isn't alive and kind of looks a bit off-putting to some. To some, to be king.
Well, I appreciate your candor, and I understand that I need to take into consideration the skepticism of some of my people when I try to make them understand that I just want the best for all of them.
Oh, great! So you're going to give up trying to be the king then?
No, I just
Oh,
need.
shit!
I just need to be more convinced and to show them with my actions that I am worthy of the title.
Okay, sure. I guess that's fine. But the closer we get to the Empire and the king or anywhere with like proper civilization, the less that you should be, talking about that stuff. It's very dangerous words.
I am now fully aware that the Empire is. I was kind of aware, but I am now fully aware and I have accepted that the Empire is not a force that I can be reasonable with or that I can be diplomatic with.
Or
After
beat.
they are the enemies of myself and of the Valley, and I have no intention of giving them an advantage. I understand that
Just to clarify, they already have every single advantage.
I understand that subterfuge is needed when fighting a stronger foe. Don't worry, I will not reveal my end to the Empire.
And they're not a stronger force, they are the strongest force.
That doesn't change.
I just want to make sure that the perspective is here. Have you heard of a boot and an ant?
Speaking of
In
which,
this case, they are like a giant, and we are like a little tiny bug that's smaller than an ant.
I am ready to depose any tyrant, no matter how strong or big. It will just take more time. Speaking of which, I understand that you don't exactly like to let people know this, but I do recognize the symbol on your coat, and I do understand that you have some history with the Empire and a lot of info about them. And because they are my enemies, I would like to know more about them. Would you be
Just
open?
out of character as well. The shitty Russian voice, that's what everybody. That's the accent of that country.
I understood as much. Leroy was trying to
If
be.
that is the case, as we agreed, Josh, I'm not. Oh no, Josh is dead.
I was aware
Yes,
of.
that is the case.
Oh, great!
That is what the Imperials sound like.
Everybody sounds like Borat.
Da.
Even Leary was suspicious and was kind of catching up from the start to the fact that you were Empire related, but he was trying to be respectful of your boundaries. Now he's angry and wants you to share as much as you can with him about the Empire and about how to destroy them.
Well,
that's the gist of it.
if you hadn't drunk all that alcohol, maybe we could have could have had a sit down by a fire sometime. But let's keep that until we get a bit more alcohol in my stomach and your
and I will get you some.
fluff. Yes.
Also, it was pretty good. I should drink more often.
Briefly, kind of, yes. As regretful as it was, yes. And- Yes, there was. Yes, this was before. It was I was a different person then. You must understand, you know. Mm.
10 years is more than my entire lifetime.
Yes. Yes, it is. Anyway, Yulof, are you all right? I know. Well, obviously you're not all right, but we are a party here. You're obviously welcome to talk to us or stay out of your way for a while if you'd like. Wow, so sensitive.
There's just lots of weird colors and just weird shit going on around Eloth right now. She's not really talking, but things are rattling. Occasionally things are kind of flying around. This strange phenomenon.
Okay. Yeah, let's head back to the main road then and continue on towards Anton.
With that, you all trundle your way in the direction of antimony.
Yay. So we went like straight line from the road to Two Horse, and then we going straight line the way back. Or are we going?
You're doing a detour, so you've got to do a good chunk of extra travel, but yeah, it's not quite.
Yes. Okay, yeah, but we're not like. Yeah, that's fine. It's fine.
All right, you all have gotten to the point where, having got here, some people should have ticked off their gubbins, I believe.
It tells me that I still have Alpha Day to work.
Same.
Okay.
Technically.
Then you arrive a little earlier than you were expecting. So, you have all arrived. It has been quite the couple of days extra travel. Over the hills, doing a little hunting here and there to get more food. As you approach Antimony, you will see these enormous, just sort of the ground furrows upwards, and there's these huge sort of Stonehenge style slabs just surrounding this place in these massive stone arches. And you could see there's this enormous kind of briar in the center. You could see just the outskirts of the city you're approaching, and near the center, this briar of thorns bigger than you just rises up and creates this second level, and you could see these sort of huge towering buildings sitting atop that, and even higher than that you see this big keep made out of this polished kind of it's not quite black, but this very dark grey, glittering, polished stone, this enormous keep, flecked with this little bit of gold. It looks like a keep as if it were made out of the night sky, just glistening in the sun. And you begin heading into Antimony, into the lower section of Antimony, where you are beset by other travellers with their carts and all the wonderful sights and smells of a busy city full of people riding horses. And that, I think, is where we will leave it for this evening. Thank you all very much for playing.
Nice. That was a very cool session. I like that.
Congratulations on completely traumatizing Leroy twice. This is the second time.
Yay. Everyone gets PTSD. Woo!
Oh,
So
I'm
the heart of the Empire then. Great.
That was fucking intense.
This is gonna be amazing.
I'm sure we'll be fine.
Is it?
do
Are
want
we
to-
getting etiquette lessons from Leroy and Speedy? Sorry, not Leroy. Corin and Speedy in terms of how to behave in Antimony. Don't draw any attention to yourself at all,
Heads down.
which
have
is
to-
really not. That's not Leroy and Eulos. Strong point.
Yeah, it's definitely not Leroy.
Okay.
So just don't act like you're no one. Act like you're everyone. Just another person.
Okay, I want to give you all a level, and I cannot
Yo.
find when the last level everyone got was. And if it's far enough back that I don't remember, then I think it's fair that I can give you one.
Oh God.
Was it the Ice Prince? Frost Prince, maybe?
Okay, good.
Yeah, yeah,
The
that's what I think it
the
was.
Frost Prince of Bel Air.
Josh, there is I have an important question. If we are going to level 5 now.
Yes. Level 5.
Level 5 is when I get my class weapon.
Right.
I think that's all the question I need because we had a talk about the class weapon.
Okay.
That's
Good thing to get in Antimony. Maybe. I don't know.
Anti-money.
I don't know what you had prepared for that.
Well, so the thing is, I believe we discussed this at one point. I had planned for you to get a sword from the barbarians in preparation for you having a sword class weapon for your secondary implement. And then
you mean
you
Steinjaeger
made them all hate
that we
you.
burned down? Yeah.
Yeah. Then you set their village on fire.
Who did
So
that?
that didn't quite happen, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You can absolutely like but basically pick which one you want and I will work out a way to give it to you reasonably soon.
That's fair. Mm,
Last
will-
level up was 8th of the 5th.
I will think about it. Honestly, and this is an interesting question. If you want, while I don't have it, if if I can get the special opportunity attack that normally is from that weapon, if I can use it with a different implement while I wait for the weapon, mechanically it doesn't make any difference. You know, like while you try, while you find a roleplay justification for it. Make sense?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
If I can get, if I have a way to get the opportunity attack from the implement with a different weapon while I wait, then I am completely fine waiting as much as you want. I can also without it because like it's not super, but you know.
Yeah, I think that's okay.
Fine, then I will just.
If you just note it down somewhere so we don't forget, because we'll need to take it off once you get the thing. So yeah.
Mechanically doesn't like the only difference is not like literally the only difference is I can only use it when I have the implement in my when I'm using the implement. That's
right.
The only mechanical difference. It's just a class feature that requires the implement out. That's all. That's fine. I'm perfectly fine with this. And also, let me check. Level 5. Oh, level 5 means yes. Yes. You will be all very happy to know that the etiquette lessons will immediately pay off because now I am in society.
Very good.
Oh, so we can't go from whatever E is to M at
Expert
level 5.
to
Expert to master?
Yes, there is a hard limit. I think it's level 7 you need before you can take master.
Okay. So I can put something from trained to expert then at least. Okay, cool. We get ability boost as well, and an ancestry feat. Pog. Yeah, I'll have a look at this.
yeah.
Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I'll just give you a shout, John. Pop the
Yeah.
stuff off if that's all right sometime.
Yeah, I might do the same.
All right.
Cool. Anyway, that was a very fun session. GG.
Thank you very much, Ben. Any feedback, goods, bad stuff to improve it,